Welcome back. I hope everybody had a phenomenal trading week. I'm super excited to kind of go over everything and kind of what I'm looking at, my point of view, and just excited and passionate about trading in general. So, I think in order to become successful in trading, even though you may start out with the goal of making money, you definitely have to find some type of passion inside of trading in order to make it for the long run. So I am super excited to go over this week's plan and what I'm kind of looking at. So we can definitely get started and kind of go over. We're only going to go over about 5 things, but hopefully everything that we go over is super helpful. And if it is super helpful, if my videos have been helpful for you, I hope that you would like to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully we can help more people become better traders. All right, so let's just jump into it. We're going to start with AUD as usual because that's usually the first up on my watch list here. On AUD, and it's funny because I kind of already did an analyst for this, but I kind of already forgot what I was going to put up there. So let's just start. I'm going to actually start with the daily. Since we're already into the month, we'll start with the daily, and maybe I'll go back a little bit further, but I just didn't see this same break right here on the weekly. So let's squeeze this up. I know it's going to look crazy for a minute here. Let's see what we got from here. Okay, on AUD, Aussie dollar, what I'm looking at or what I'm thinking is that based upon what's happened in this area, let me get my brush tool here. In this area, we were seeing a lot of consolidation. So then I jump back to where we were or where we are currently over here. And I'm thinking I did put a little marker here to basically say that once we get down here, I honestly think so what I believe based on the past and just kind of look at the pattern, we'll come back. Hang on one second. What I believe we could see happen is I can see, let me use my highlighter this time. I actually liked using this from last time. I could honestly see it come here to about here, come back up and retest this level, which is, sorry, I know I'm kind of all over the place. I need to find my square guy here. This is the level I'm talking about that we could potentially see it come back to retrace. Let me get my brush tool back. Oh my God, why am I forgetting? Lord, help me. All right. I believe what it could do is come down a little bit further to where this is basically, this little mark is where the consolidation is kind of at an end way back when. I believe that it could come back here, go back up to this level right here for a retest, come back down, hopefully we break through. It could do another retest at that same level, and then we could see it head back down. That's what I strongly believe. We could continue to see a bearish market for AUD, but I think it's going to be bearish for a lot of the pairs where the quoted price or the quoted pair, which is this one, is going to be going down. And then if you would notice, or as I had told you before, that anytime you can see, let me scoot this back, anytime you can see one kind of doing the same thing, anything with the quoted price being the dollar, it's going to be going down. So a lot of these that has the quoted price and it's the US dollar, it's going to be going down. That's just kind of, we're in a slightly more bearish market right now. So that's what I strongly believe we could see with AUD. Now, could we see something a little bit different? Yeah, I mean, probability game. Of course, we could see it do something different. Honestly, I don't foresee it, but it could come down to here, come back up, retrace and get through here, pull back, and then head back up. So this two totally different scenarios. I strongly don't foresee this happening based upon how many jobs that they've added back into the market with the news that was recently released. I think that was what for the NFP for Friday. So I honestly think with the results of Friday's news, I don't think we'll see that here or anything with the quoted price being the US dollar. So with that being said, there's that. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll move from USD over to, I only have 5 pairs today, so I hope that that's okay. I did include US30 though, because I want to start implementing that a little bit more. Okay, to Euro dollar. For Euro dollar, I honestly think we're going to see some consolidation, to be frank. Let me squeeze this up a bit. Actually, I might have to go on the weekly with this one just so that I can get closer to what previously happened when price was here. And funny enough, I'm still in a position. I actually ended up getting back in on a second position here on US dollar. But I think we could see possibly some consolidation. So based upon what has happened last time, let me see if this will let me get rid of this and just do the purple. Do the purple instead, like we did on the previous one. So based on the consolidation that I'm seeing there, I think it's going to be a little while before it maybe hits a certain level, but patience, 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 patience is key. So what I'm seeing, or what I'm thinking here, it's definitely looking super bullish. I'm just waiting for it to get past this level, which was kind of where the consolidation was ending. So let me grab my damn brush tool. Why do I keep forgetting to do that? Anyway, it's fine. It's not a brush. We're not doing the brush, right? We're doing the highlighter. That's right. Okay. So what I'm thinking we could see, what I hope we see, is it coming back down through this like level of consolidation, which was a few years back, I think, coming back up for a retest and then continuing down. And I'm hoping that that is the case. Oops. For Euro USD, I'm still, like I said, I'm still in on a position for Euro USD that I held over the weekend because the previous position that I had, I did not set a wide enough stop loss. I didn't give enough room for the trade to breathe. So that's super important. Always remember, you're not, I don't even know where to start. If you don't leave enough room for your trade to breathe, it'll die, period. And then you won't have it anymore. And then you'll have to get back in again. So had I left enough room like I was supposed to, and I should have known because this right here was what killed me. This strong, let me see, this strong ass down pull with no, like it really didn't stop anywhere. And then it went right back up to retest because this was the last time it was here. Like this was the last kind of place of retest or consolidation it was. Then it goes down here. I'm like, okay, I think we're in the clear. And then and it's natural for the market to have pullbacks, but when it makes a large move like this, let me make it bigger so that it's not so like teeny tiny. Oh, sorry. All right. So what do we want? Brush. This move right here. When the market makes a move like this, yes, it's exciting. Like you see your money starting to come in and all that, but you have to know that when you see it drop straight down like this, you have to expect a pullback. But because the fall was so deep, the pullback is gonna be just as deep. So that's something to keep in mind. I am continuing to hold. It looks good for bearish based upon, again, the news that US got on Friday for NFP. So let's move on to USDJPY. So because, again, this is the quoted pair right here. So now that USD is in the quoted space and not in, or excuse me, in the base space and not in the quoted space, JPY is now in the quoted space. I believe that this could strongly keep pulling upwards in a bullish momentum. But because it's kind of doing a lot of consolidation right here, I would probably wait if you're planning on getting in till a little after this. I would wait for it to break at least, let's see, because this looks like it could possibly be a level of its own sitting kind of right here. So I'd wait for it to break. Now, granted, this is not a bank level right here. I'm just going based upon, based upon what's happened in the past. So I would wait, and it's really close to that 146 level. So I will wait for price to break through here. Then so what you want to do is wait for price to break, back for a retest, then watch it take off. I wouldn't do anything with this until I could see exactly what was going to happen, and we could possibly see some more consolidation. So if you're thinking about JPY, just be patient, wait for the break, the retest, and then the takeoff, and then you should be good to go. Moving on to GBP USD. Sorry, that was my alarm. What you're going to want to do here is, okay, so with this one, the base, quoted, again, is Euro USD, or excuse me, oh my God, is USD, right? So what it's looking like, it's running, literally running from me because I didn't change my tool. All right, back up here. This one is kind of looking the same for the most part. I think this was the previous mark that I had made on it from like last week. We could still see it in a bearish movement. Now we have to wait to see what's going to happen once it gets past there. And if it makes it down to this level to see exactly what's going to happen, because based on the past, let me actually just go to the monthly so maybe I can get a little more room on here. Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I don't know how much more bearish this one is going to be able to go once it gets past to this point. We'll just have to see what price wants to do once it gets matching up with this side, matching it up. We'll have to wait and see what it wants to do when it gets to this level here, and then go from there as to what we want to do. OMG, I swear. No. All right. Let's stretch that guy out, bring it back up, because I am curious to see what's going to happen in this space. And I mean, I'm a perfectionist. You definitely don't have to do it like this. This is just me doing it like this. But I do feel like we'll see more bearish movement. We're just going to have to see what's going to happen here, because it's a strong chance. If this continues down like this with this strong downtrend, we could see a deep pullback to like here. So keep an eye out for that. Moving on to US30 real quick. Let me get it moving so that we can actually see it all. And this is on the monthly. I'm going to change over to the weekly. Okay, so with US30, even though this candle sitting right here is blue, this is very much a bearish candle. It's giving very much bearish. So don't let that color fool you. Eventually, we'll start to go into and talk about using a black chart, which means that we won't see any color. So you don't freak out when you see certain color. Honestly, because this looks like to be somewhat of a pullback. Let me actually go yep. I could see it trying to get to here, maybe pulling back to here, and then possibly shooting down for the rest of the move. But I do feel like once it does the retest and then the takeoff, or the test, or the retest. Once I see it do the retest, and then it'll peel off. It should peel off. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not really seeing anything in the bullish. Oh my God, in the bullish arena. I'm foreseeing more bearish than bullish. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm especially going based upon the EMA as well. Pay attention to all of your confluences, use your trend lines, use your Fibonacci's, use your EMA, use your RSI, use whatever is important for you to use. I know I use the Hakanashi. That helps me a whole crap ton to let me know whether or not to take a certain trade. Definitely use your confluences. Don't go based off of your emotions. So that's really all I have for you today. I'm glad we were able to put some levels on this today. I hope that this was high enough quality to get you some assistance and help you with your trading this week. Let's get after it.